Hey, my crypto fans. So it has been a dark few days for crypto. As you can see behind me, we've got FTX in the graveyard. We've got Stablefund in the graveyard. We've got Bitcoin just hanging in there. It crashed down to around about the $15,000 mark. So it's not quite dead yet, but it's hanging on in the graveyard. And of course, we're going to give you an update on Horde. Is Horde dead and buried, or are we going to resurrect Horde back from the dead and we're going to start a U-turn? That has been hemorrhaging money day after day now for nearly 2 weeks straight. So we have to have an update there for all the Horde fans. So if you want to know all about these cryptos and the Wild West that's been going on, stay tuned and let's go crypto. Boom! So before I get into this awesome video, for those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Christian and this is Crypto OG, and I give you all the news, reviews and overviews of the crypto, DeFi and NFT space. And if you want to help me out on this channel, hit that like button, smash that subscribe bar and tickle that bell notification. And last but not least, for any one of you wanting to try and get out of these dark days in crypto with a little bit of support, I am opening a coins call and a kind of trading group, which is not financial advice. It's just where everyone gets together, shares some tips, tricks and knowledge, and it hopefully puts you in a better place to not get scammed or lose a lot of money. So let's jump straight into Stablefund. We've not had an update in 9 days other than a little tweet, which I will go for at the moment. Now, I am still waiting to see what the hell's going on with the profits. As you can see here, I've been offered my BNB back. As if you see my last update video on Stablefund, I've still got the same amount in there. They're holding my BUSD and they're holding my BNB, and they're saying that I can have that straight back. But I have got quite a bit staked in there. But for me, I will probably go over to V2 if they announce they bring the staking funds over there. Now, if we just quickly go into my dashboard, you can see that I can take this balance at any time apparently, but as you can see that the refunds are not coming out as quick as everyone hoped. And for me, I still need a lot more clarity on Stablefund before I invest in the V2 contract. Now, again, like I said on the other video, this is rinse and repeat. So for me, the longer they delay, the more damage they do into the community. They do have a good following behind them, and they did last time. And people are always going to be in A, loyalty bracket, B, stupidity bracket and not actually understanding what's going on, and thirdly in the bracket, which I hope no one is actually in, is in denial because they've lost so much money they're going to be chasing their losses. So for me, I think I wanted to give you this update because it's been 9 days since we've had anything. No emails have come out since the first. There has been an update on Twitter to say that everything's going well. Refunds will resume later this week and will notify you via emails as we are waiting most requests to come in, and then they'll get paid all in one go. But this contradicts what they were saying before about if we go back to the other Stablefund to say that they're currently on hold, the amount of refunds and wallet clarify under each one state contracts. And they did say before that they didn't want to do it all in one go. Some are taking longer, some are taking shorter, and they were dripping them out. But now they're saying they want to do it all in one go. So there's a little bit of contradiction there. Lastly, before I bore the shite out of you with Stablefund, is that they say that in regards to V2, Michael is with the team and will have new info to share by mid to end of this week. Well, we are at the mid-gone. End of this week is tomorrow and we still don't have any further updates. So unless they're giving an update massively, I mean, if you go in the Discord, there is some stuff coming out, but for me, it's not clear. It's still speculation. Those of you that are in the Discord, I mean, if anything's come out in the last 2 hours, please drop a comment below. But for me, there's not enough clarity. And even if they're doing it in the Discords or wherever, they should be communicating this over all the channels and via the email. But this guy, Michael, fucking the savior, should not be taking this long to find out what's going on with V2 contracts. He's been meeting with the investors or the traders, or they've flown into London. It doesn't take a week to find out what's going on. You've got the stats and facts. You know if you can trade. You know that you're going to try and open this back up to people to say, okay, we're waiting for the funds to come in. We're going to see how much we have to refund. But I'm telling you now, unless they were really exposed to this massive crypto crash, which they're not telling us, we could see some dark downside to this, because we don't know. They are based on bots and trading. And if that wasn't seeing this volatility that's just happened, we could be some dark more days coming. And this to me would look like then that they're going to blame the crypto volatility that we just had on losses. And even if they had the money, I'm not saying this is true, but I'm saying even if they had the money, they could well blame that and say there's no money to bring over the staked rewards that you had from the version 1 contract to the version 2 contract. So there's still a lot of plates spinning and a lot of crap up in the air. But for me, I'm a pessimist. I think of this kind of thing when these go down, I have to judge on the past things, and the past things are 9 times out of 10 these projects have made the money. They want to try and exit it as cleanly, as quickly as they can, which is by refunding people. But in the background, they have got a nice big bag of gold, which was all our stake profits. But that's just me being a pessimist. Also, I want to go into Horde. Again, is leaking like a rusty old bucket. I mean, at the moment, Horde stock is about as much use as a chocolate teapot. It is slowing down, so it is signs of good news, especially in this volatility market at the moment. But this was yesterday's funds. I really want to see what the temp says on the back of this to see what damage has been done with the fear and FOMO that's in the market. Because as you'll see just quickly, as you can see over here, we are plateauing out a little bit on Horde here. But for me, there's still a lot of questions around this big amount of money that's flying out. And if you have a look at the balance now, this is crazy. From the 1st of this month to the 10th, which is only 10 days, we have nearly lost 50% of this project, which is massive. I mean, we're down now to immediately 915,000. And when we start getting into them digits, it is crunch time. We've got to think, what is the project doing? How's it trying to rebase itself to get out of these dark days? Now, here you can see that on the 9th of November, he said the Horde contract is currently paused until the community vote is complete. Please go to our Discord to make sure you know how to vote on the future of the Horde ecosystem. So that means, bam, the locks come down, the shutters come down. They want you to vote on how it should go. But for me, it's still up in the air. I mean, those that are invested most likely are going over to the Discord and doing the voting. So with that being said, I hope you found this update pretty useful. If you didn't, don't hit that thumbs down button. Just tell me in the comments and I'll try and virtual high five you or give you a virtual little hug to get you out of the flannel zone. But as always, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.